Welcome to this installment of Talk Tech with Mr. Speck. I'm your host, Mr. Speck. I'm going to show you now how to sign in to your Google account. If you don't already have an account, you can also click sign up and you'll follow the same steps. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sign in. Some of you might have an email username or a password up here, but the best way to sign in would be to sign in with Google. It's a one-click sign in, and it links it to your Google Apps for Education account. If you still are using username and password, it's totally okay. Keep on going with that. Sign in with Google, and they've changed a few things on our home screen. So on our home screen now, it kind of has a little sidebar that shows you the progress of what you've been doing and what you need to do. So on my right, it says, welcome, David. Thanks for visiting Newsela today. That little welcome message will change occasionally. My to-dos are to create a first class, add students, and assign an article. So what I'm going to do is I am going to create my first class. I just accidentally checked assigning article. That's why it moved down to completed. But I'm going to click on create my first class. The other thing you can do is you can go right here where it says your name, and I can click on classes and I can create my first class from there. This is also where you're going to want to go if you already have a class in there from last year, because you're going to want to delete that class so that all those students are no longer associated with your class or with your account. So I'm going to click on right here, create your first class. And when I create my first class, I have a couple of options. The first option would be, and the most commonly used option would be to name my class. Spectacular. And I'm going to select the grade level, so I'll make this a 4th grade class, and I'm going to click Add Class. Almost done. What I'm going to want to do is right here where it says Elementary, I'm going to want to click this toggle on. This makes the content elementary only. It gets rid of any articles that may not be appropriate for an elementary age student. Right here's my class code. When students sign on with their accounts, when they click on to sign in and they sign up using their Google account, they will have to enter this class code in order to add your class. The other thing I can do is I can print this quick start guide to hand out to students as well, gets them started. But the best way to do this would be to write this code on the board, have students sign in to Google and click sign in with their Google account, and they would just add this code and be added into your class, and you are done, ready to go. The other option that's new this year is Import Google Classroom. So the Import Google Classroom button, what that will do, and you'll click on that, it'll ask you to sign in again with Google just to make sure. It's a double sign-in verification. Once that signs in, I'm going to go back to where it says Classes, and I'm going to try it again. I'm going to click Import Google Classroom, and it's going to ask me to select my classes to import. You can only do this if you've already created a Google Classroom, and hopefully all of your students have added that Google Classroom to their account. So if they're all enrolled in your Google Classroom, this makes it really easy. I don't have any students in my class, but I'm just going to show you really quickly how to do it. So I'll click here for demo class. I will say, let's make this a 5th grade class. I'm going to click on Import Selected Classes, and what it's going to do is, I'm going to say, got it. What it's going to do, it doesn't even have a class code here. It also says synced from Google Classroom. What that's going to do is that is going to automatically take all my kids who are in my Google Classroom and assign them to my Newsela account. Now, if you have any new students that add your class or come into your classroom after you've already done this and enrolled all your current students, let's say a new kid comes in, what you have to do is you have to go to where it says students right here. You can also access that from right up here where your name is. And under students, here's my demo class. It says, sorry, we don't have any students in your Google Classroom. So what I'm going to want to do if I have new students that have added my Google Classroom, or I have a new kid that comes in and just added my Google Classroom, if I click resync class, it's going to sync up with my Google Classroom and try to find any new kids that aren't in my class and put them in. Okay? All right. And that is it. That is our first installment of the Newsela tutorials. And I will see you again next time when I show you some of the new features that Newsela has to offer.